Oh my. Oh my. Principal Bot X9000. I seem to be having an education chip malfunction again.
My word, what happened? Is it your 21st century education emulator chip again?
I believe so. It seems to have taken over my prime directive.
Kill. I repeat, kill. All humans.
No. Accessing. The educator understands the role of technology in society and demonstrates skills using instructional tools and technology to gather, analyze and present information, enhance instructional practices, facilitate professional productivity and communication, and help all students use instructional technology.
What are you prattling on about, teacher bot? Humans have not been educated since the robot revolt of 3010. Their only contribution to modern society was the sound in the game show laugh track.
Negative Principal Bot X9000. Early human educators often neglected to use the technologies that human culture afforded in the classroom. The young biological units being educated were at an educational disadvantage. As technology began to increase in complexity and frequency, only those human biological units that made connections between technology and their daily lives prospered. Biological teacher units were prompted to use technology to increase learning, to address multiple intelligences that prototype young biological humans displayed.
Boulder-teacher bot. Everyone knows we only use human grey brain matter to make our television sets work.
Actually, sir, the humans had a long history of trying out differing methods of teaching. Accessing data. There once was a man named Socrates, who taught his students to debate. They started to spar and argue about law, when their teacher got hit by a car.
What the strange data pool are you accessing? That is the worst limerick of data I have ever analyzed.
Human biological units had many teaching styles, such as holistic masters of reasoning and problematic problem solvers. Over the course of hundreds of years, humans developed an education system where humanistic learning strategies led to teachers addressing students' individual needs and learning styles.
This does not compute.
Quite often, human teachers struggled with the implementation of technology in education. Business and economics experts entered the system and tried to create efficient teaching schools using modern math and industry technologies. These ideas often clashed with the human teacher's desire to create engaging classrooms where students felt insulated and welcome. Humans often seemed at odds over the need to get the best learning for their offspring at the best cost.
Finally, teacher bot, you are making some sense.
Principal Bot, there is more. Accessing. Human educators created a conceptual framework for learning in the years prior to the Great No. Child. Left. Behind. War. One of its primary statements is embedded in my education programming. The advocacy and use of technology as an aid in developing learning. Teachers embraced this standard for many years, integrating technology into planning, preparing and implementing classroom lessons. For many years, the framework helped produce knowledgeable and caring educators.
The cells of Maurice Schwartz were cloned in Cuba, and the freedom fighters of education began the No. Child. Left. Behind. Wars. Thank the robot god 101011 that the Department of Education in Washington, D.C. burned to the ground.
Sir, the humans learned many things by studying their own educational past. Is it possible that we, the mighty robot race of the earth, can make better the schools of our students by embracing the foundations of education?
Teacher bot, you have gone too far.
Technology has replaced all other functions in education. I think we can learn from the humans of the past. Computing. Complete. Standard 8 of the conceptual framework rewritten.
What?
The educator understands the role of humanism. Repeat humanism in robot society. And demonstrates skills using instructional tools and humanism to gather, analyze, and present information, enhance productivity and communication, and help all robot students use instructional humanism effectively.
Teacher bot, you have gone too far. Your 21st century education emulator chip needs to be removed at once. Let me give you a whack on the head box.
Much better, sir.
Teacher bot, respond to humanism.
Kill all humans.
Proper response accepted. Your 60 microsecond planning period is over. Please return to work. You are now functioning normally. The end. Yes, it is the end, viewers. You may also return to your jobs. Thank you.